Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to URKG. This is your latest Real Madrid news and transfer news, as we've got two massive stories to talk about today, people. First up, of course, Gonzalo Garcia. He is officially staying at Real Madrid and signing a new first-team contract. The club has made their decision, and it is a bold one. And he could be the number 9. He could be the next number 9 as well. And we got to break down what this means for the squad and for Xabi Alonso's plan, and why he is such a huge, why he has such a huge vote of confidence in this young striker. And the second story we got to cover today is Endrick's loan move to Real Sociedad. It has collapsed at the last minute. The Brazilian wonderkid was on the verge of leaving, and now he is staying. What happened behind the scenes, and should Real Madrid find another loan for him or throw him into the fire this season? We're gonna dive into it. We're gonna dive into it. Before we do, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and let me know in the comment sections, who do you think is the better striker? Is it Endrick? Is it Garcia? Let me know in the comments right now. But let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. This is just coming up right now. Breaking news: Gonzalo Garcia signing his new contract is imminent, according to Marca. Of course, Marca has been reporting this consistently. They've been consistent about Real Madrid news, and this is another story that they're telling us that Gonzalo Garcia will be staying, and in fact, he's going to be wearing the number 9 as well. It is a huge decision. It is a massive decision. I mean, we made a video earlier on regarding the number 9 situation. If you haven't watched it, go check it out after this show. But look, there's a lot of speculations, right? Every media outlet is saying this. Every media outlet is saying this. Gonzalo Garcia, he's going to be staying. He will not leave Real Madrid. Final decision have been made. Confirmed again, he's staying. Gonzalo Garcia is about to sign a new contract. The rumors are there. Everybody's talking about this. And Xabi Alonso has picked his striker, in my opinion. For me, it's so clear. First, in the morning, we heard that Gonzalo Garcia will be the number 9. And now we know for sure he's going to be staying. Alonso really, really liked this striker. And he's confident. And he is really, really confident that Gonzalo Garcia will be his main guy as a center forward and not Endrick. And we're going to talk about Endrick's situation, what they tried with Endrick, try to load him out and everything. We're going to cover that in the second segment. But to stay focused on Gonzalo Garcia, right? It is confirmed that Marca also confirmed that he will be signing a new contract. The shirt speculation, I just mentioned it. He's going to be getting the number 9 shirt. And look, what kind of striker is Gonzalo Garcia? We know what he brings to the table, right? We know what he brings to the table. He's got a goal instinct. He's a different kind of number 9. He's not like Kylian Mbappé. Kylian Mbappé is a well-rounded center forward. He's not really a center forward. He's a winger, really, Kylian Mbappé. But you take a look at Gonzalo Garcia and what he brought to this Club World Cup. You could see he's different. You could see he's a poacher. You could see that he could... he has that instinct for goal, like Chicharito. He reminds me of Morata. He reminds me of Raul, the old Raul. And in fact, it really, really doesn't surprise me the fact that Alonso wanted to keep him, and then Alonso really wanted to make him the key player in the coming season, and also the number 9 as well. Yes, he says, KG, I'm going to get into the comment section, okay? I'm going to get into the comment section. Keep your comment sections coming up. I will be talking about them in a second, okay? I'll be talking about them in a second. But the competition for spot now is getting ridiculous, isn't it? It is really, really getting ridiculous. Now that we know Gonzalo Garcia will be staying, Endrick is going to be staying as well. Brahim Diaz is in there. Rodrygo is going to be staying. Vinicius Jr. is going to be staying. Kylian Mbappé is there. Mastantuono is going to be there. So how does Gonzalo Garcia fit in all of this, right? It's a tricky one. It is a tough one, right? He is, in my opinion, right? Would you give Gonzalo Garcia big minutes this season? And should he be a backup to Kylian Mbappé, or should he start alongside Kylian Mbappé? You guys let me know your thoughts regarding that. I feel like I can see him playing next to Kylian Mbappé, not necessarily him being on the bench for Kylian Mbappé. I do see him coming off the bench as well sometimes. It depends on Xabi Alonso, and it depends on what Alonso wants to do in a specific game, right? In certain games, you could actually use Gonzalo Garcia and Kylian Mbappé as a front two. You can make Vinny as a wing back if you want. And there's a lot of options. The good thing about this formation that Alonso's bringing is that you can set up with a back 5 or you can set up with a back 4. It really, really doesn't matter because it has the flexibility, right? If you set up with a 4-3-3, maybe Gonzalo Garcia might not be in the starting lineup. But if you set up with a front 2, I can see him starting alongside Kylian Mbappé for sure. And I can see him being used a whole lot more. And we saw it in the Club World Cup. I mentioned it earlier. Consistently, he was starting every single game until Kylian Mbappé deemed to be fit, right? When they said he was fit, Alonso had a choice, either to bench Vinicius Jr. or either to bench Kylian Mbappé. That was the game against Paris Saint-Germain. We saw what he did, right? He decided to basically go with all 3 of them, which really did not work out. It did not work out. But in the upcoming season, I expect Gonzalo Garcia to be used a whole lot more. Let me just read. Chloe, how's it going? Big up for joining us. Make sure everybody, you like the stream. We got over 30 people. Make sure you like the stream up, all right? What I think about this is that it puts a huge question mark on Endrick's situation, right? what is going to happen with Endrick? And how can Endrick, Garcia, and all these forwards that I just mentioned stay in the same team? And who's going to be starting games? It's not like we don't have options. We got plenty of options. Okay, Rodrygo, there were a lot of talks that he could be leaving, but it looks like now he's going to be staying. So if Rodrygo stays, Vinny stays, Endrick stays, Gonzalo Garcia stays, it puts a huge pressure on Xabi Alonso in terms of who he's going to be picking every week and whether those guys are going to perform or not. It's good in a sense that it's going to bring that competition in the starting lineup, but the fact of the matter is that it's also a risk to create chaos, in my opinion. I think one of them has to go, and I feel like Endrick, even though he has stayed, Endrick might be the one to be sacrificed, which lets me move on to the second segment I want to talk about, right? Endrick's loan. Let me just quickly pull that up. This is what has been reported regarding Endrick, right? Endrick was set to join Real Sociedad on loan, but the deal collapsed last minute. He is now set to stay at Real Madrid, according to a lot of reports right now. According to a lot of reports, Endrick was about to leave Real Madrid, and everything was done, pretty much. That tells you what Alonso thinks about Endrick, right? And what he thinks about Gonzalo Garcia. Clearly, this is not rocket science. It's clear for me that Alonso prefers Gonzalo Garcia over Endrick. And the loan almost was done, and the loan collapsed because of a last-minute situation, which is basically Endrick getting injured. Endrick got injured, and they couldn't loan him out. So because of that, he had to stay. He had to stay. And Sociedad would have given him a guaranteed game time. And now what? What's going to happen to him? Are we going to still keep him in the squad as an impact sub? Or are we going to send him on loan elsewhere in La Liga or abroad? Or are we going to use him in just like Copa del Rey and these Super Cup competitions? Are we going to do that? Seriously, what are we going to do with Endrick now? I'm concerned. I'm really concerned, bro. And the fact that we're trying to loan him out in the first place tells me that he's not a priority. He is way below the pecking order. He's not option number 1, option number 2. He's option number 3 or 4. So if I'm Endrick right now, I'm sitting in my room and I see all of this. I see the number 9 being taken away from me. I see that the number 9 goes to Gonzalo Garcia, who somebody just came. He doesn't even have an official contract yet in the first team. And now he comes under and he takes over your spot. If I'm Endrick, I'm leaving. Seriously, like I'm definitely leaving. I don't know why. There shouldn't be a reason to stay. At least leave on loan, go somewhere else and be a starter, score consecutively and make a name for yourself. And maybe you can come back and be the main guy at Real Madrid. Because as far as I'm concerned, the picture is too clear to me. It is really clear to me. So the questions that I asked, you guys let me know the answers. What do you think about that? Should we keep him? Should we loan him out? Or should we just use him for cup competitions? You guys let me know your thoughts. And I feel like we should definitely loan him out. I don't think he should stay now. I've been saying it all on this show from the past, 2-3 weeks. I've been saying it. Endrick has to be loaned out, or Gonzalo Garcia has to be loaned out. We can't have 2 young strikers just sitting on the bench. You're destroying their career, right? You're basically destroying their career. None of them are going to develop fully. You're going to sacrifice game time for Gonzalo Garcia or for Endrick. You're going to feel the pressure to play one of them 1 week or the other. So I think this is going to create chaos for Xabi Alonso. I don't know what he's going to do when the season starts. And then we do have one preseason game coming up. And that also is going to tell us, but again, it's going to tell us how he's going to be using Gonzalo Garcia. It's not going to tell us that when he has Endrick and Gonzalo Garcia available, what would he do? We still don't know. We never actually came across into that situation because every single time it has been Endrick being injured and Gonzalo Garcia being fit. So there's no chaos, really. He consistently used Gonzalo Garcia. KG, I told you, send them on loan. So let's go on. Send who on loan? Send Endrick on loan or send Gonzalo Garcia on loan? That's the discussion we're talking about here. That's the discussion we're talking about here. And I feel like when you think about it, I feel like it's the wrong choice. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know. I might be wrong. Hear me out. But I feel like it is the wrong choice to stick with Gonzalo Garcia. I felt like Gonzalo Garcia has shown enough to go on loan in another team and prove himself the whole season. See what I'm saying? Endrick, we know what he can bring. Endrick showed arrogance. He showed confidence. He showed bright spark, even in that chaos season last season. Alongside Kylian Mbappé, Vinny, Rodrygo, he didn't care. He sees himself as a big nine. Like, he sees himself as a big nine. He didn't see himself as a kid. And I like that about him. I like that confidence. And if you're talking about skill set between these two guys, I feel like Endrick has more skill set than Gonzalo Garcia. I'll be honest. That is my opinion. What do you guys think about that? And Cleveland is saying loan amount. Dacian says, what are your thoughts about this, Dacian? I feel like when you think about this, it's definitely, I think Endrick is for sure more talented than Gonzalo Garcia. 100%, hands down. Hands down, I think he's more talented. But talent alone it's not enough, right? Cristiano's told us, talent alone it's not enough. You have to do more than that. And the fact that Gonzalo Garcia is putting in more shift, the way he presses, the energy he brings to the team, I feel like that is the key attribute for Xabi Alonso. Alonso is all about pressing. It's all about energy. It's all about high press. And maybe that's the reason why he chose Gonzalo Garcia instead of Endrick. Maybe that is the reason why, because it's not about talent. I don't think Gonzalo Garcia is more talented than Endrick. That's just my opinion. All right, I'm going to go through the comment sections. Okay, I'm going to go through the comment sections in a second. Let me see. All right. Rodrygo says, I'll take care of that, Rodrygo. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But to stay on point here, what we need to understand is that the development issue now that I'm concerned about, really looking concerned about that. Xavi wants the high press cage. He says, Cologne, exactly my point. Exactly my point. The fact that this high press situation that Alonso needs in his formation and his setup, Gonzalo Garcia fits that instead of Endrick. We haven't seen Endrick really press high up. That could be two things, right? One thing, it could be that the manager really didn't ask him to do that. And the second thing could be the way he was set up, the way the whole team was set up. It could be two different things, but for sure, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen between Endrick and the Gonzalo Garcia situation. It is adamant. It is clear now for everybody to see Alonso has made a choice and he has preferred to keep Gonzalo Garcia as a first-team player and also to give him the number 9. Massive decision, big decision, I would say. Big decision. All right. Before we wrap it up, people, I want to go through some of the other transfers that are going on today. All right. Let's talk about some of the transfers that are going on today. All right. Let me just pull this up. Again, by the way, Fabrizio on it right now as well. Fabrizio just tweeted this. Real Madrid won't listen to any loan or permanent deal proposals for Gonzalo Garcia. He expected to stay at the club at this stage, with Xabi Alonso very happy about Gonzalo Garcia. Look, It's clear now. Fabrizio has confirmed it. First it was Marca, and now Fabrizio have just confirmed it. He has confirmed it. Brian says, can you live stream the Villa game? No, we're not gonna be doing the Villa game, bro. We're not gonna be doing the Villa game. It's a good thing. It's also a concerning thing. I want Real Madrid to come out and say, what is the plan for Endrick now? What's the plan for Endrick? I'm confused. I'm really, really confused right now. Because you can't have 6, 7 center forwards in the team. We already have the issues with Vinicius Jr. and Endrick. I mean, Rodrygo on the left-hand side. Kylian Mbappé on the left-hand side. We got that massive issue. I did take a screenshot, by the way. I want to quickly show you guys this what I just did. I want to quickly show you guys, and I want to show you where the problem is for Real Madrid this season. This is my concern right now, people. This is my concern. Let me just quickly show you. All right. Let me just pull it up. Let me put it up. All right. I think I found it. The hell is it? KG, we need a striker at Real Madrid. How are we going to get a striker, bro? Like, I'm saying we have so many center forwards in the team. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's so many issues at Real Madrid right now because there's a lot of players in the same position, which is something of a big concern. And this is what I want to bring in the show right now, bro. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me know if you can see it. Put W's in the chat right now if you can see it. But this is it, people. This is our team. Basically, this is our team. Goalkeeper position, we got Courtois and Lunin. No issues there. Center back position, we've got Militao, Asensio, and Alaba, and Dean Howson and Rudiger. So basically, we've got 5 center backs, right? We've got 5 center backs. And Alaba doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay. But if he leaves, we definitely need to bring in another center back, which is Kanate that we're looking at right now. I'm okay with that. Okay, center back situation, you could say we're good. Trent and Carvajal, we're good at the right back position. On the left-hand side, Carreras, Frank Garcia, Mendy, again, we are solid on the left-hand side, right? CDM position, we might be lacking. I don't see Camavinga being a CDM. Tchouaméni is a CDM, but Camavinga is really not. So that's one position that I'm concerned about. But the main concern comes, right? The main concern comes from the center forward and the wing position. Before I talk about that, Valverde and Regular could switch around and they could rotate in that position as well as Bellingham and Ceballos as well in that position. That is well and set and good. You come to the forward line now. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 players for 3 spots. I don't think any other big team has this problem. Maybe Chelsea. You take a look at this team right now. We got 3 center forwards. And also, if we want to set up with a 4-3-4-3, for example, or 4-3-3, we have 7 players up top. And basically every week, only 3 players can start. That means you're benching 4 potential starters. I can give you an example. Mastantuono, Kylian Mbappé, Vinny. When you start with that, you're benching Endrick, Gonzalo Garcia, Rodrygo, and Brahim Diaz. That is a really, really huge concern, bro. Who should be the starting lineup? You guys give me your starting lineup. I'm gonna give you my starting lineup, but you guys give me your starting lineup. I'm just saying. It really doesn't make sense what is going on right now, and especially right. Mastantuono just came on. I mean, he's just coming to Real Madrid right now. So yes, he's gonna be given time to develop, and maybe he might not be the main guy. He might not be the starter for Real Madrid, depending on his performance. Brahim Diaz is okay being a bench player. We've seen it last season. We've seen it the season before. He can operate as a squad player. So, okay, Brahim Diaz can operate like that. Vinny and Rodrygo, they both want to start every game. So what are we going to do with that? What are we actually going to do with that? I think we should try to play Vinny, CAM, and see if it works. That's one option. Cloman says, Madrid, I hope that you're not saying that to me. You're talking about something else. KG, we have 2 center forwards. Mbappé is mostly LW. Okay, then. It brings me to another point, right? You want to use Kylian Mbappé as a left wing, which means now only one can start. You're telling me between Vinicius Jr., Rodrygo, and Kylian Mbappé, only one player can start? If you're telling me he's a left wing, if Kylian Mbappé is left wing, only one of them can start. And that's going to create chaos. It's really going to create chaos. Already this summer, the whole transfer talk was about Rodrygo, Vinicius Jr. leaving, and also Endrick and Gonzalo Garcia being loaned out. Now that Real Madrid have confirmed, nobody is leaving. All these guys that you're seeing on the screen right now will be staying at Real Madrid. And is it a balanced squad? I don't think it is. We lack CDM. We have too many center forwards now. We can't have 3 center forwards plus Vinny, Rodrygo, Masantura, and Brahim Diaz. Doesn't make any sense to me. Really, really doesn't. Clone says KG, sell Vinny to the Saudi League. Yeah, you could say all of that, but the fact is, no offers have come in. There were some sort of rumors regarding Vinicius Jr. leaving, Vinicius Jr. joining a Saudi team, but it's not happening anymore. It has been decided now that every player you see on the screen will be staying. It will be staying. Ryan says Mbappe left wing, Gonzalo as a center forward, and Rodrygo right wing. Again, when you start these 3 players, right? Rodrygo, first of all, came out and said he doesn't want to play as a right wing, right? He told us he doesn't want to play as a right wing. Second of all, when you do that, you're pretty much selecting, or you're pretty much not selecting Mastantuono, Endrick, and Vinicius Jr. And again, it's all well and good, right? It's all well and good. If the team is winning, nobody's going to question your lineup. The problem comes, I feel, when you start losing matches, when you start losing games, when you start drawing games, then the question is going to come. They're going to say, oh, why Endrick didn't play? You have him on the bench. Alonso's going to be under massive pressure, people. He's going to be under massive pressure, and he's putting himself in a really dangerous spot right now, I feel like. And I think it is a huge mistake, and I think it could create, it's going to create some sort of chaos within the squad. And I'm concerned. I'm really, really concerned. Ilkai, how's it going? Thoughts about the topic that we've discussed? If you're just tuning in, get involved in the chat right now and get in the poll as well. And if you haven't smashed that like on the stream, smash that like as well. Let's hit 100 likes on the stream. Let's go. And yeah, our next game now, Real Madrid's next game is, right, Madrid's next game is, let me just pull it up. It's going to tell us something, right? It's going to tell us who's going to be playing, who's going to be on the bench, who's going to be the starter. We only have one game, people. One preseason match, and that's it. That's in August 12, I believe. Let me pull it up. That's going to be next Tuesday. Yep. We're playing next Tuesday against WSG. And these guys are so random. Yeah, such a random team, bro. I'm not even going to lie. These are the guys that we're going to be playing next, right? We're going to be playing... let me see. All right, yeah. So we're going to be playing them. WSG Trios. I don't even know where they're from. Austria. It is an Austria team. We're playing an Austria team next, and that's going to be in August 12. That's going to give us an indication, right? The reason why I brought that up is basically it's going to give us an indication in terms of who's going to be a starter, who's going to be on the bench, how the team is going to set up. And the main point and the main game that we have is the Osasuna game coming up in La Liga. So we're going to do a preview for those, but it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go through the comments and then we're going to wrap it up. I just thought that we had to bring this topic that Gonzalo Garcia is staying and what it means for Endrick, and the fact that we were trying to loan out Endrick also, it is an indication how Madrid sees those two center forwards, pretty much. Lightning says, let me see. You guys are talking about points a lot, bro. Can we discuss what's going on here? Okay. I think we covered every single thing. And before we wrap it up, I want to bring all the other topics that are going on right now. And we got to wrap up. Any questions that you have, just drop them in the chat right now. And we could wrap it up. Not a whole lot of big news, I'll say. But there's one big news that happened. I'm going to bring it now. I am going to bring it right now. It is a bomba. They call it bomba. Manchester United sent official bid to show serious and concrete intention to RB Leipzig following Newcastle's €90 million bid. Sources at Manchester United believe Sesko is on the move and decided to proceed with the official bid. Newcastle and United are waiting for his formal decision. I think this is purely obvious. It is an obvious one for us to understand, right? We know what's going on. Manchester United, first of all, said that they were not going to bid until the player shows some sort of interest, until the player says, I want to join United. And for the past 2-3 days, United have not made any offers when Newcastle were just throwing their wings, right? Newcastle just throwing their wings. They were just wham. United just did not do anything and just waited for the player to make a decision. And now that the player have made the decision, you telling me he hasn't made a decision? I think he's made a decision. United put a bid in because he has made a decision. It's clear. It is absolutely clear for me to see that. I don't know if you guys can't see it, but the only reason why United made a bid is because he told us that he wants to join us. And I think he's going to join Manchester United now. I'll say 99.9% now Sesko is going to be coming to Manchester United. So it is going to be a good sign for Manchester United. You guys let me know your thoughts about Sesko at Manchester United. What do you feel about that? But yeah, this is the biggest news. We always do this at the end of the show. We cover the biggest news that were really happening in the day. And I think this is the biggest news, and it's going to be interested to see how that is going to develop. But yeah, guys, big up to everybody in the chat. As always, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And also, I'm going to put the links for Discord as well. I'm going to put the links in the Discord. All right, before I leave, let me just read some of the comments. KG Sesko to Manchester United. Here we go. It has not been here we go yet. Chloe. It has not been here we go yet. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. That has not happened yet, Chloe. It has not happened yet. I'm watching the DM right now. KG, what formation and what lineup do you think would suit this Madrid side against Barcelona derbies and big club? I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. I think Alonso has to show me what he is good at and how he is going to develop this team. This team can play in a back five against Barcelona, especially we suffered against Barcelona last season, playing with a back four and playing in a way that just completely exposes us. And I feel like Alonso has to come up with something different. So he could set up with a back five, and I'm okay with it setting up with a back five. But I want to see 1 or 2, 3 games, official games under Alonso, to see and to say, this is what we should do, or this is not what we should not do, and this is the personnel we should be playing, this is the personnel we should not be playing. I need to see a few games before I tell you. Lightning says, congrats on 54. Big up, big up, big up. KG, I know I'm saying it from my side because I'm confident. Yeah, you're saying it from your side. You're saying it's a here we go, it's confirmed. Sesko to Manchester United. I like that confidence, bro. Do you think Madrid will make any further signings? If yes, which player, says Ilkay? I think in terms of signings, right? In terms of signings, I think it's done. The news came out and they said Madrid is confident with the players that they have, and they are no longer going to be making signings, which tells me we've got 3 center forwards, we got 4 wide players, 7 attacking players, only 2 CDMs, and one of them is Camavinga, who is not naturally a CDM guy. He's a joker. You can fill him in as a left back, as a right back, as an attacking midfield, sometimes as a CDM, as a center back. I've seen him play as a center back as well. So he's a joker. He's not a proper CDM, in my opinion. So our CDM position is where we lack, and we still yet to replace Toni Kroos. None of the midfielders that Real Madrid has are close to Toni Kroos. And those are the positions that I'm concerned about. The CDM position and more of so the connector. The connector, which is Modric used to be, Toni Kroos used to be. We don't have that. Bellingham's not it. Valverde is not it. Adragule wants to be it, but he's still developing. So those are the questions that we have, for sure. I think those are the concerns that I have going into the season. Camavinga can play in any position. That's what I said. But does he give you 10 out of 10 in every position? And the answer is no, he does not. If Sesko joins United, could United impress this season and achieve top 3 to 5 this season? 100%. 100%. I think if Sesko joins, but more so, I would say United need a midfielder more than a center forward, in my opinion. I think a midfielder and a goalkeeper is a priority. Once you get those 2 positions filled in, then I can easily say they're going to finish top 5. Easily. Get a new goalkeeper in, get another CDM, and definitely United will be finishing in the top 5. Whether Manchester United signs Sesko or not, I think that's going to happen. KG, the biggest mistake was missing out on Stiller. Yep. I think Madrid missed out on that and didn't really fully go in for him. And it could cost us next season. It could definitely cost us. KG, Manchester United need a new goalkeeper. Yep, I agree with that, Clone. I agree with that. That's exactly what I was speaking about. Those are the positions that we need to be filling in. Whoa, what a surprise. KG has a signature of Mbappé, Yamal, and Messi. Yeah, all the stars. I got them signed. Bro. But yeah, guys, we got to wrap it up. Of course, if you're just tuning in, we discussed 2 major decisions that have been made at Real Madrid. One of them is Gonzalo Garcia will be staying at Real Madrid and sign a new contract, and he's also going to be getting the number 9 shirt. Second topic is that Endrick was this close to joining Real Sociedad on a loan deal, and the deal collapsed at the last minute because he got injured. So get these 2 informations and let me know in the comment sections. What are your thoughts about these 2 segments that we just covered today and all the transfer topics that we discussed in this show? Let me know if you have any questions in the comment sections, as always. But that is it. Thank you all. Next stream is going to be a game. Let me see. Tomorrow, I think we got a game, don't we? I think we got a game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow, man like Gyökeres. They call him Gyökeres. He might be choking tomorrow. I'm telling you. Choking against Villarreal. We're going to be doing a hate watch along on Arsenal versus Villarreal tomorrow at 1 p.m. So make sure you join us for that one. But that's it, people. Pick up your damn selves. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.